Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we are talking about Funky Dineva being dragged, being canceled all over the place for his comment about Chloe Bailey defending her sister, Halle Bailey. Now, if you've been living under a rock, Halle Bailey, there has been all this speculation as to whether or not she is pregnant by her boyfriend, and there have been so many think pieces and speculation of what she's wearing, what she isn't wearing, if she's wearing oversized clothes to hide her pregnancy, or whether or not it could just be weight gain or food baby or whatever, or maybe a medical condition or something. We don't know, right? We don't know, but you know, since Chloe has come out to defend her sister, right? And that's what, you know, you do in family, right? You come out, you defend your relatives, right? And she was unnecessarily being dragged. And so on the show, the Fox Soul show, TJF, that's Claudia Jordan, Al Reynolds, as well as Funky Dineva decided to air out his grievances and use this opportunity to say that he cannot stand Chloe Bailey, and that he's not featuring her, and that she doesn't even look good anyways without makeup on, and all of these unnecessary attacks, right? And this is the problem with some people, certain people having a platform, right? They cannot just stick to the facts or stick to their opinion on whether or not they agree or disagree with somebody. They have to take it a step further and insult somebody or say something disrespectful or say something that has nothing to do with the story at hand for clicks and views, to get a joke, to get a little hee hee ha ha, but it is always at the expense of black women, you guys. It is always at the expense of black women continuing to be disrespected, specifically by our own people. And I'm tired of it, you guys. I am so sick of it. Why can't you just give an opinion without having to come for somebody's looks or their appearance or whatever, right? The only reason you should ever be coming for somebody's appearance is if you don't like an outfit they're wearing, right? If it's like fashion police, right? Otherwise, there's no other reason, right? There is no other reason to come for somebody's looks, to attack their looks, to attack, you know, whether or not they look good with makeup on or not. And it's funny because the irony of this, coming from somebody who built their platform wearing wigs and wearing makeup themselves, to talk about gossip from Real Housewives shows and Married to Medicine shows and Love and Marriage Huntsville shows. Like if this is not the pot calling the kettle black, I don't know what it is, right? Right? Because how dare you, right? How dare you? But again, if you guys have been listening to Funky Dineva since inception, this is how he gets down. But the problem that I have is some of you are hypocrites, right? Some of you are hypocrites, and you only get outraged when Funky Dineva says something about your fave, right? And in this instance, because of course there are a lot of people who support Chloe and Halle, you're going to come and defend this, right? You're going to come and ride for your girls, right? But you don't have the same energy with all these other black women that Funky Dineva has also come for and disrespected and came for their looks and said things that were out of bounds that had nothing to do with the story at hand. And it's getting ridiculous, you guys. It is getting ridiculous. We have to do better as people to, you know, give our opinion. Give an opinion without insulting somebody. I don't understand how hard that is for people, right? Without insulting somebody, without bringing their kids into it, without fat shaming people, without, you know, doing all of these things that have nothing to do with the story at hand. The story at hand is this discourse on whether or not Halle Bailey was pregnant and her sister defending her because she's getting sick of seeing her sister dragged everywhere, right? Even if she doesn't agree with the relationship that her sister has, she is not going to stand for her sister to just be dragged all over the place, right? So she has her right to do that. They're family, right? But to come for her looks because you just don't like her and you're using this opportunity to be like, oh yeah, I don't like her. It's just such a low blow, you guys. It is such a low blow, and we already know that Chloe specifically has had issues with her self-esteem and with her self-confidence because everybody's been coming at her as far as different things that she has worn. Some people felt that she was, dressing too provocative or too sexual, or some of the music was too inappropriate or too sexual, and all of these things. And there have been all these attacks on Chloe on whether or not she has looked a certain way or what have you, and to just have somebody just flat out say that they don't think she's attractive at all, and that she needs makeup to look decent, and that you don't even like her, like, you just were waiting for an opportunity to say this, right? You were just waiting for an opportunity to say something disrespectful about Chloe, and you decided to use this opportunity to do it, right? And as a result of that, he is getting dragged up and down all over social media, right? And, we'll see whether or not he says anything, if he retracts anything or gives an apology. I doubt it. Because, again, people like controversy, right? People like controversy. They like saying controversial things that is going to get them to go viral, even if it is for something disgusting. As long as it's getting clicks and views, as long as it's getting attention, they don't seem to care. And that's what we have to be paying attention to, you guys. That is what we have to be paying attention to as far as how we are, choosing to decide on who we're going to listen to when it comes to celebrity news and gossip, right? And reality TV news and gossip, right? And there can be people that you like, right? That you're not always going to agree with their take, right? But there has to be a limit, right? There has to be a boundary in place that is saying, you know what? This person went out of bounds. This person went too far, and this had nothing to do with the story. This was personal. This was a low blow. This was a personal attack, and I will not be subscribed to that, right? And that's the problem, is people are not keeping the same energy. People are not always being held accountable until it becomes one of their faves or somebody that is more popular than somebody else. Then you want to put the cape on. But the problem is, we should have been holding certain people accountable from the jump, right? From the first moment that something was insulting that was said about a black woman, whether it was referring to her as an animal or referring to, something about her looks or what have you, that should have been immediately the case that it was shut down to stop the discourse like that, and to just stick to whether or not you have an opinion. You can tell jokes without being disrespectful, people. You can tell a joke about somebody without attacking somebody's looks or appearance, you guys. Like that's the thing that people have not seemed to master. Certain people cannot function without insulting somebody. And that's the issue, right? But this is nothing new. Those of you who are familiar, like I said, with that platform, this is how their platform became popular, right? So the irony in itself, the jokes write themselves, and that is on period, right? So let me know what you guys think about this. What do you think of Funky Dineva's comments on Chloe Bailey using this opportunity because she dared to defend her sister, to air out his personal grievances about her, to say that he personally doesn't like her and she doesn't look good without makeup? Please let me know what you guys think in the comments.